Welcome back, America. This is the post-game show, and as you can see, it's the Three Musketeers, but we have no host. So she's next door with Beckham. Back-to-back finals, PSG. Talk me through that performance tonight. Very impressive.
Very different. They went about it a different way. We saw last week two teams that wanted to win a match. And we saw tonight a team...
Are we ready? We've been on air for the last 5 minutes. The cheek of you. Are we ready?
I've just been
TT's in the flow of something. Are we ready?
I'm very sorry. I didn't realise we were actually on air. I do apologise. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You just got in the toilet, changing your outfit
I wasn't
this time.
trying to be rude. I'm sorry.
Kate.
I don't know what to tell me.
We've got it, don't we? Thierry, back to the game.
I was saying something, but I got interrupted.
Well, then we're getting interrupted again.
Sorry.
No,
Thierry, can I introduce you to my new friend?
I got interrupted.
Mr. Stevens. Huge football fan.
Hello.
Great to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too.
I've been a big fan, but my wife is the bigger fan.
Oh.
A picture of you is actually on the family refrigerator.
How come?
Yes.
How come, big man?
How come? She's a supporter. I have Jamie. She has you.
Who wins?
I think we saw that 20 years ago.
So, yeah.
Good. How was it? Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. Well,
Come on,
very easy.
You sit down. Take my seat, man.
It's very easy.
Baby.
It's very easy with these guys.
You know,
It's very
sit
easy.
down.
eating.
I'll stand up. I can't let you. Go on, sit down. No. Go on.
This is a big Liverpool fan.
Yeah, I know. I got the Jamie
Yes.
parts. How come did that happen? How did that happen?
My friend from Boston took over the team.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You stay up.
My friend from Boston, Mike Gordon.
Okay.
And he funded my film company when I was like 25, broke me in, and then like crazy, he just...
Not a bad team to support.
Yeah.
Didier Drogba is why I fell in love with the game.
Yeah, Didier Drogba got me into football originally.
That
Yeah.
I understand. He was an outstanding player.
Amazing, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, for
But
sure.
who was your hero when you were little?
Well, it depends. I had Marius Trésor. I don't know if you know, but he was from Guadeloupe. He was, the
You know him, don't you?
He was the hero of my dad. So obviously the hero of my dad would automatically be my hero. Then obviously I had Platini, Tigana, and that French team. But Marco van Basten was my guy.
Who I didn't know till I worked with David. And
Marco van Basten was my guy.
Incredible.
Yes,
Incredible.
Everything a 9 needs to have.
Yes, yeah, wow. Well, and I'm also good friends with your friend Ezra. Yeah, Ezra and I, we were neighbors in Brooklyn for, until I moved to London for a minute, but yeah.
Hey, what about you? Micah, what are you doing there?
No, come on. If anyone, I would give him my seat. I mean, we have some people try to take my seat, but no one can take my seat.
Micah wants to be an actor.
We always wanted to
Micah
be
wants to be an actor.
That's what he told me.
In which movie? Where do you see him? Where do you see him?
I could see him in a Guy Ritchie movie easily.
Really?
Yeah?
Yeah, we should introduce him to Guy, David.
Oh, he did?
did last year?
A year ago.
It didn't work out.
We can do the remake of the first Friday. You remember Friday?
Yeah.
He can be Debo.
That's not a compliment.
Debo is coming.
No, man. No, but we had fun. It was nice there.
So I guess to some extent, it's Arsenal versus PSG in the final?
It is. It is.
Yeah, but he played
really
with so many teams that at one point it can be any team in the final.
That's true. That's true.
What do you think?
It's a big game.
No, look. By the way, on the night, the best team won, even from Paris, and so they went about it a different way today. Like what you saw last Tuesday is two teams that were trying to win a game, and I was trying to say that before you arrived, that we saw tonight a team that didn't want to lose a tie anymore.
Yes.
The way they went about it, Paris Saint-Germain, and what Luis Enrique offered, because you have Nuno Mendes taking a yellow card early doors into the game. You have to defend on Michael Olise. You don't have Hakimi. So suddenly, how are you going to defend and how are you going to come out? So what did they do? You will see it. We don't want to talk about it. Nuno Mendes stayed. They built in the free. Warren Zaire-Emery, now on the ball and off the ball, was giving them the overload inside. And what Luis Enrique offered there, staying in a 3v3 at the back with Bayern Munich. Yes, he was brave a different way. It wasn't so much about total football, but he was brave with the way he went about it, with the shape of the team. And he got his reward.
Were you hopeful for more from Bayern?
I always felt PSG were a level above Bayern in the first game, and I was almost surprised how well Bayern played in the first game. Yeah, but let's not forget, at one stage it was 5-2.
Yeah.
To PSG. So I think they probably shot themselves in the foot a little bit. But when you look at the middle of midfield, and obviously, David, you know that position better than any of us. I mean, when you look at Vitinha in that, Neves in there, I mean, I went back a few years and it almost reminds me a little bit of that Barcelona midfield.
Yeah.
That's how, the real quality in there, isn't it?
I mean, they controlled the midfield, as simple as that. And when you control the midfield, then it's, it's, when you said, did you expect more from Bayern? PSG just controlled the game. It's like what Thierry just said. They controlled the game. It was a team that didn't want to lose the tie. And that's how they played. And I think when you control certain parts of the pitch, it's hard to break through.
In terms of the final now, how do you expect Arsenal to play PSG?
Thierry?
Hey, listen, I woke up with a smile this morning. I said it, 20 years for us to go in our only second final. And then being in a situation to compete for the league, and it looks like we might. Again, I'll stay in my lane. But, it's 22 years in the league, 20 years to go back in the final. I woke up with a smile. I don't know. I would like to think, although we still didn't lose in Europe, we didn't concede a lot of goals. That counts for something. But Paris Saint-Germain will have the experience, obviously, of knowing what it is to win it. And when you cross that line, you don't have the fear of winning anymore. Sometimes the fear of winning, I always say, is bigger than the fear of losing. So hopefully we're going to go there, be brave, but we have to beat and battle against the champions. And that won't be easy. We know that.
Are you nervous?
I think, I'm usually okay, but I think I will be nervous in that final. Yes, I will be, because they're about to do something that I couldn't do myself. And because I'm an Arsenal fan, that's all you want. You want your team to win. I want to experience it. I didn't experience it as a player. The second thing I can experience it as is a fan. So hopefully it's gonna happen. But when you see the way Paris Saint-Germain played tonight, they can kill you in both styles. They can kill you on the ball, scoring more goals than you, and they can also neutralize you. And obviously it was 1-1 because Harry Kane scored. They can also beat you like that, although they didn't win on the game, but you understand what I'm saying. So they have everything that they need to have, but we've been pretty resilient, difficult to score against. We don't over-create, but when we do create, we end up putting the ball in the back of the net. So different style, if you can say. Let's see who's going to win that one.
How proud was you seeing the fans the way they were in that stadium last night?
Listen, I never saw the Emirates like that, or I didn't see Highbury like that in Europe. We have to be honest, and we all know you guys played in some big stadium that sometimes, as we call it in France, the 12th man, which is the crowd, will bring you places in Europe. But I have to say, when, and I'm sure it's the same way, I was happy for the Arsenal nation. I was happy for Mikel Arteta. I was happy for Bukayo Saka. I tried to make him talk yesterday, be emotional, but he went back into the seriousness. If you play, you're on the field, you're not going to start to talk about your struggle and everything, which I understand. I would have done the same thing, but because I'm here, I wanted to make people understand that it's not easy to be there. And I wanted to be there. Obviously, I had a job to do, but who was there? My kids. And for a very long time, those guys were looking at me and said, why did you do that to us, to support Arsenal? Why that? And I'm like, what do you mean, why that? You got to support your team. And for the first time yesterday, when I waited for them at breakfast, they came and they had a bigger smile than me. So amazing. I was like, you see, it can happen. Okay, we waited a long time. By the way, nothing still happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Understand me well. Let's not, get too carried away. We are in the final. I'm over the moon about that. But then you don't want to lose the final, because I still have it here. I still have nightmares about it. And, so I'm sure you guys remember final that you lost. It's not easy to digest overall. But look, it looks like we are okay at the minute. Let's see what we're going to do against West Ham. But to see the joy on the face of my kids was priceless.
Very cool. Love that. David, the next time we're going to see you is Budapest.
Yep.
Fisher, we hope next season or whenever. You're always welcome. You're just always welcome.
But Jamie
we love you.
did after the game, the first leg, you would say, I think Bayern has a bit of an advantage, right? I remember, or no?
No, that was probably Micah.
Sorry, that was Micah.
If you don't blame me.
Yeah, it was Micah. That's right. Sorry, it's
Anyway,
Mike's
we've got
fault.
to get Beckham off game.
Yes, we do. We do.
Why is that team over there going crazy?
Oh, no, but can somebody take a picture?
Yeah, I'll take a picture. Hold on.
Thanks.
Let me
okay.
take a picture.
Anyway, thanks.
Can we get a
It's
picture
great,
of you and
guys.
TT for the wife? Come on.
Yeah.
So you, no, let me get up.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Great,
Where are we doing
great.
it?
Yeah, great.
Yes. Jamie, you take us to break whilst I'm doing this. Hold on, I want the chair out.
All right, thank you.
Here we
We're
go.
just doing this on air now?
Oh, there's no
Very under
pressure.
pressure considering it.
Make
Wait a
sure you
second.
join us after the break. It can't be better than what we've just had right now, because Mr. Beckham's
Cheese.
leaving.
Yes.
This legend on our right is leaving as well, but it'll just be Big Meeks is back. So make sure you come back. We'll have interviews from a great game. Big Uncle Pete will be back as well. Don't go anywhere.
These are the scenes at the Allianz Arena. PSG getting it done, booking their ticket to a second consecutive Champions League final, and they did it in Munich, won both of the legs 5-4 in the first leg in an all-time classic, and then getting the job done again, extending that lead in the second leg. Just an incredible result for Luis Enrique and his team, who have become just one of the absolute best in world football right now. They will play the final on Saturday, May 30th, against Thierry Henry's Arsenal. Micah, I am interested in your thoughts. These are good scenes, aren't
I
they?
didn't get to watch it. I was doing Beckham and friends.
Honesty is key.
It's key.
Honesty is key.
No,
yes.
but what I will say is, I'm gutted for my mate Vincent Kompany because,
Yep.
you know, I wanted him to get to a final. He's done ever so well this season. And he went toe-to-toe, but over the two legs, I'd say PSG just
had bigger
edged
toes.
it. Huh?
They have bigger toes.
And he played well, Neuer. I thought he made some really good saves. But this man, Luis Enrique, we love him. We've got to get him back in the show. I love him as a person, love him as a coach.
We are trying. I can only apologise.
So many times.
But if PSG go back to back, I mean, that is something special. We've seen it a couple of years ago with Zidane when they went 3 in a row, didn't we? But this PSG side are special.
I agree with Mike. Listen, obviously, somebody has to win it every year. But it feels like we are watching a special team. And I think a team like this comes around maybe every 10 years or so. I keep going back to the Barcelona one, which it was a team who never retained the Champions League. We speak so highly of Pep's team and Messi. Didn't retain the Champions League. Real Madrid did. I think Ronaldo's Real Madrid, and in my eyes, they weren't as good as the Pep's Barcelona team or Luis Enrique's Barcelona team. But this, for me, feels like a special team that we'll talk about for a long time. And I think special teams do special things. Thierry did a great piece today, didn't he, on, you know, where it all starts, really Schmeichels. But you think of that Ajax team, 3 times, winning it. And you look at that shot and the disappointment there, the players there from Bayern Munich thanking the supporters. It was a fantastic support before the game, but
Is it even
just
harder for
wasn't
this to
enough.
happen in your own stadium?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely. It'll be a real come down that for them.
It's good to see the fans all still there, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Clapping the players.
Do you remember?
It's still a great season.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
You're winning the league. You can't just say, oh, it's just the league. No, I mean...
They do at certain clubs, don't they?
What'd you say?
Went over your head.
All right,
that
never
one.
mind.
No, too sharp for the game.
I couldn't hear you, that was all.
What?
Shut up. Dembele's goal, let's take a look at it, because this is where PSG went 1-0 up early in the game. Jamie, take it.
No, I want this. 'Cause I want
Harry Kane is one of those players I always feel sad for when you see him kind of miss out on a big opportunity, like going to the Champions League final like this. You too, obviously, Jamie.
Yeah, I do. And listen, football's a team game. And listen, I think on here we've all been fortunate to win trophies, but you need your teammates. You need help. You need to help them. They need to help you. But there's no doubt he's I think I said last week, he's one of the greatest players we've ever produced in England. But unfortunately, for one reason or another, he's never won the biggest trophy that you can win in club football. He played a final with Tottenham, which is almost a great achievement to get to the final with Tottenham, no disrespect. But you go to Bayern Munich to win the Champions League. And I think he's been in 2 semi-finals now. Well, certainly a couple of years ago, one at Real Madrid, very unlucky.
World Cup final, Euro final.
Yeah, exactly. He just doesn't seem to have got across the line, and we all need a little bit of luck in certain games to do that. And I think he's been very unfortunate. And I actually was thinking today, with Arsenal going through, was it almost made for the first time he wins his first big trophy?
Oh.
That's against Arsenal, his biggest rivals, because they've probably always rammed that down his throat a little bit, haven't they? You know, that rivalry. But no, listen. I mean, listen, I think about this. When you think of great English strikers, you think of sort of Harry Kane, Gary Lineker and Alan Shearer. And Gary Lineker and Alan Shearer are probably similar in some ways, and they don't have the goal-scoring record's amazing. As I said, probably England's 3 best strikers, along with Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, Rooney.
But they don't have lots of trophies to go with it, but they always do their job and get the goals. And Harry Kane's the same. And I just hope he does do it. I do. He deserves it for what he's given to the game, not just in England, but for his country. And also going to Germany now, he's been a revelation, hasn't he?
Do you remember going into the Champions League final last season? I don't exactly remember. I feel like PSG were probably favoured against Inter Milan, but I don't think anybody thought that we would see a 5-0 scoreline. Is there any chance that we could see PSG take apart Arsenal the way they did to Inter Milan?
No,
I'm just asking the question.
I think the issue here?
Arsenal are just way too defensively stable. Yeah.
I think it's too strong defensively, too well organised. I don't ever see anybody taking Arsenal to the cleaners. They haven't lost a game in the Champions League. I mean, what an achievement that is. You know, you get to the final not losing a game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
Look, anything can happen. We've seen it. We've talked before when we're like, oh, I didn't think that was going to happen. So Arsenal didn't concede a lot of goals. I said that again. It counts for something. You know, as you said, Jamie, you didn't lose in the Champions League, but you're playing the champion. You know, so it's, you know, I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to talk too much about it. They have the experience of winning it. You don't, but you're going to have to at one point have that experience of winning it. I just hope it's going to happen now. But who knows? I don't want to talk too much. Let's see. I'm going to be nervous on the day, as you know. I don't usually get nervous, but that's a special one. So
Stay in your lane.
No, this one I'll step out of mine and I'll be nervous.
Will you wear an Arsenal shirt underneath the shirt and just kind of...
Oh, yeah.
Would be a nice idea, wouldn't it?
Oh, but you know, like I said, like I would rather wear a tracksuit but you know, apparently if you don't wear a suit, people don't listen to you.
Would you rather come here in a tracksuit every week?
Hell yeah!
Oh, wow!
Come on, like I always say, you don't go about it. It's about what you say, not what you wear. So if I could wear an Arsenal shirt, yeah, I will wear an Arsenal shirt. Yeah, that's for sure.
Can you do that?
Pete, can we arrange
Matt, Pete?
100%.
But I respect protocols.
Oh.
Big Meeks, you want to wear one as well?
You guys did already, by the way. You guys did already on the show.
Yes, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Professor Clump. Okay.
Oh, wow.
One of the most one-sided finals that we'd seen. What do you think this one's going to go like?
Do you know what? Arsenal have a chance without question. With that defence that they have, the goalkeeper, they're brilliant. Declan Rice lately he's played as that defensive midfield player is brilliant in there. You know, and I think they can do it in a one-off game. They can definitely do it. But obviously, this PSG team, do they attack or do they sit in, defend, and hit you on the counter? They've got different ways of doing it. But you know, they that will be fascinating. I think PSG will be obviously more attacking than they were against Bayern. But Arsenal, I think this is a different Arsenal now. And I think the last 3-4 weeks, they went through that little bit. They believe now. Saka coming back with some big goals and big moments. They have a chance. They just have to believe Arsenal.
What do you think, Stevie? What will Arsenal think watching this semi-final tonight?
Well, I know more than anyone else that an underdog can win this final. You know, I played against the AC Milan side. We spoke about it, and it was a mismatch in terms of individually and collectively. They're much better. Anything can happen in a final. They're playing against a high-quality team. They're coming up against an elite manager. Arsenal will have to be the best version of themselves for the full game. Every single player is going to have to turn up, but of course they've got a chance. I think they'll be the underdogs, which might suit them. If they can win the league, the Premier League, it'll give them immense belief and confidence going in. I think they have to use the physicality, the size. They have to make every set piece count. They have to take PSG where they don't want to go and make it uncomfortable for them. But they've certainly got a chance.
Okay, so that man, Luis Enrique, who, look, we will go through the game, but really just a word on Luis Enrique and what a job he's done.
Incredible. A couple of years back, had a lot of star names in his team, a lot of prima donnas, I say that respectfully.
Egos.
Egos, you know, players that don't really want to roll the sleeves up and run hard for the team. They only really want to play in possession, Owen will tell you. This guy doesn't have it. He pushed them all aside. He brought a load of young kids through. He recruited extremely well, and he's built a team on a lot of real good principles and values. And this team potentially could dominate for years to come. They're that good.
Let's have a little look at the goal, the early goal for Dembele. And you love the build-up play in this, especially with the one-touch football.
Yeah, I mean, it's brilliant. Obviously, they're brilliant on the ball. They're very good on the ball. Straight pass. That ball from Kvaratskhelia is fabulous. When you play first time, you can't press this. Watch the one here from Maurice. That is exceptional. There's space in Bianca's Bayern press. And this is how they transition. Dembele does so great. And then checks his little run, sits in that little pocket. But the quality of the ball from Kvaratskhelia and the quality of the finish are what makes this. These guys are so efficient, but I think Luis Enrique knew Bayern were going to come press. Vincent Kompany said it to me yesterday. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go press. When you go press, what happens? If these guys play first time, you can't press it. So basically that little set from Kvaratskhelia and the one from Reece, and you're in. And it's actually brilliant because he knows Upamecano goes, Lima goes. But Stevie, the quality of the pass and the finish is exceptional.
It was 3 quality passes. The layoff with the outside of the boot first time to Fabian Ruiz, and then the pass into space, the weight. And then when he gets there, you've got to look up, you've got to find your man. It was a training ground move. It was a pattern of play that they've obviously worked on against that high press. Phenomenal goal.
How difficult for Bayern to deal with that it happened 3 minutes into the game?
The problem is it's just the quality of the players lower. The guys are too good, and you can't. Everybody wants to press, which is fine. But I think Luis Enrique said, guys, when they're pressing, don't hold on to the ball. If you take a touch, we're going to turn it over. So what happens? Set it, play it first time, and play them behind because they're going to come. We know they're coming. They came in the first second. They came here. If you play first time and you set it and you spin the spaces in behind, he did it brilliant. It's great coaching. It's great. I just think they adapted the way they played from the first leg. They weren't so open in transitions. Today they defended a little bit deeper and hit Bayern on the counter.
Stevie, Fabian Ruiz was out for a number of months with an injury. He's been back for about 5 or 6 games, played in this game tonight. How key is he going to be in midfield against Arsenal?
He looked like he'd never been away. His experience, his quality, his class, it was a phenomenal performance. You could see him gas out a little bit at the end. But you know what he done, what was really impressive tonight, and it came from the manager. You could see the instruction come from Luis Enrique. Nuno Mendes got a yellow card early on, and Elise was giving him a few problems early on in the game. And he just told him to sit and protect and help Nuno Mendes. And he'd done it with so much experience and class. He was there all the time. He makes this team tick. I think he's one of the older heads, one of the leaders in the dressing room and the team. For him to not play so many minutes of late and come in and put that level of performance in, it just shows his importance to the team and Spain going into the World Cup. For me, he has to be in the team somehow in the final. I'm not sure whether he will be because Hakimi will come back in. So the manager's got a really difficult decision whether it's Zaire Emre who plays or whether it's Fabian Ruiz. I personally would go with Fabian Ruiz.
Do you know, I think that's a great point, Stevie, because Zaire Emre, I think he's had the most starts, played the most minutes of any PSG player. But actually, if you think about the size of Arsenal and set pieces and the dominance that they have there, you could see Ruiz playing. He's a brilliant ball player and he's so calm, he's experienced. But actually, his size gives them something that they'll desperately need, I think, on set pieces.
One of the first names on the team sheet is probably going to be Kvaratskhelia. We've been waiting all night just to have a little look at what he was doing this evening. It doesn't matter what occasion it is, he just seems to produce.
We've got a 22-minute run of Kvaratskhelia from today. I mean, how good is this guy? Running forward, he's got power. Look at him get his head up. Quality of the pass, but every time he touched the ball, he was positive running forward. And Stevie, I can't remember, he rarely ever wastes the ball, does he? He plays with risk, but he doesn't waste the ball. It's remarkable.
He just never turns it over. I mean, the job he does for his team out of possession, you've got to give him a special mention for that because he grafts, he works, he fights. But when he's got the ball at his feet, the game just changes. He lights the game up. He can go both ways. His control, his balance. He's so aggressive. But he also, there's always an outcome. There's always an outcome. He's never wasteful. I mean, this would have put the icing on the cake. It would have been a man of the match performance. I think I would have given it to Pacho, over the game. But if he'd have scored that goal, he probably would have got my man of the match.
Do you know what I like about him as well? He doesn't really do tricks. Everything's very functional, isn't it? The chops, he changes direction, and then he uses that change in direction. But it's not silly tricks just for nothing. It always has a function, and it's exceptional to see. Great example for young players.
Yeah, because we don't get to appreciate the art of dribbling that much in today's games. And like you were saying, you almost make something happen out of seemingly nothing.
There's a lot of dribblers that dribble for the sake of dribbling. But for me, if you're going to dribble, there's got to be an outcome. What are you going to do? Is it going to be a cross? Is it going to be a shot? Is it going to be a bit of combination play? But if you're an attacking player, you've got to be watching these 4 wingers that were on the pitch tonight. He was the best out of the 4. But if you think of Doué, some of the runs and bursts from inside his own box. This is a 19-year-old kid, so powerful, so dynamic. They've got energy, they've got quality. You could speak about them all night, and that's without mentioning Diaz and Elise.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a winger, a young winger, or you've got ambitions or dreams of being a top elite winger, watch these four